What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity ANC, joined by my friend and co-host. Introduce yourself, sir.
My name's Chris Russell TV. Great Monday Night Raw. Now you guys finally know why I was so into
Excited
it
that Full Gear during
last
Full
time we
Gear, man.
recorded.
By the
Last
way,
time,
Full Gear has done a lot of views so far. It's got like 400 views at this
what?
point. Oh no, well, I did a quick recap of Full Gear, and
I saw that, yeah.
I don't know why that one got a lot of views. It's like only 10 minutes, but I did find a fun fact on Spotify Wrapped.
Yo, can you send me our Spotify rap? I want to see it.
Yeah, I can do it. We're listened to in 12 countries. That's cool.
'Cause I remember the one year when we first started, we did really well.
We did really good this year. We did a bit better. We had more listeners this year.
Better than last year?
I'd say a bit. I'd say a bit
Okay.
better than last year. The wrapped information this year wasn't that good. It was very like compared to last year, very lackluster. So they didn't give you a lot of information as they did, but a lot of our viewers are obviously from the United States. Our youngest viewers are from the Philippines, which is really interesting. So, hello, you
What the
Filipino
fuck?
people,
Shout out
and
Filipino people, man.
shout out
That's
Filipino
crazy that
people.
people even freaking watch it from all
Yeah,
around.
and people who listen to our show listen to Jim Cornette, they listen to Joe Rogan. When I look up at similar podcasts that they're listening to, that's what else they're listening to as well. So cool.
That's
And
cool, yeah. Appreciate it. That's fucking
I think
dope.
we were in like the top 10 of like, I don't know if it was a really low number, but like 7 people, but that's still good. That's still, I don't even know
Wow.
7 people.
No,
Like,
I didn't even know. That's kind of crazy though.
yeah. So we're keeping the spirit alive as we're in 20,
You
as we're
guys
ending
send me the
2024.
screenshot though.
I will definitely send you all of it, man. But obviously, we are here to cover WWE Monday Night Raw. It was a action-packed night. We saw returns, we saw some chaos, and that's sort of gave me old school Raw's War vibes, which is what I was really enjoying. But Raw was live on December 2nd, 2024, in Everett, Washington, just a couple of miles away from Seattle, I'm guessing. CM Punk comes out to start the show. CM Punk says, last time you saw me, I told you I wasn't sure what the future held for CM Punk. I know what the future holds now. I can see it. No one could see the vision. There are multiple roads to take to get there. Royal Rumble is right around the corner, and the only road, but he says my roads end up being a dead end. But now I got a favor to get where I need to go, which is he's talking about the favor Paul Heyman owes him. Seth Rollins comes out after that. Rollins says, I should have knocked you out the day you came back to WWE. A lot has gotten in the way. After Hell in a Cell, I had pity for you. After some Survivor Series, it became clear it was time to rectify my mistakes. I feel like tonight is the night I knock CM Punk on his ass. CM Punk that says you talk too much and don't listen enough. I'm long past running races with people like you. 6 months ago, you were a world champion. Now you got nothing. You are not in my future. And then Seth says, this is my business. And he ends up punching CM Punk, which causes Jey Uso and Sami Zayn to run down and try to separate the two. Seth says, go, Jey, go run along to Roman Reigns. And then Sami says, no one talks to Jey Uso that way. Seth says, you're not even family with Roman Reigns. We're family too, and you stabbed me in the back. Sami says, I didn't want CM Punk. I wanted you. I asked you twice to team up, and you said no. You're too stubborn for this. Rollins then says, you wanted me to help a monster regain power. I won't do that. Sami says, well, you created that monster 10 years ago when you hit him in the back with a steel chair. Seth says, well, you did the exact same thing. Roman Reigns has not changed. That snake CM Punk hasn't changed. You're gullible and you're being stupid. And then Sami Zayn challenges Seth Rollins to a match later tonight. A lot of crazy elements, crazy stuff popping off to start off Raw. What was your take on this opening segment? I know you enjoyed it, but what did you think?
So I finally was happy to see. First off, I enjoyed the hell out of it. How could you not? Anytime you hear that burn it down when CM Punk's in the ring, I want to see while I'm talking. I kind of want to look at the ratings during that segment. But Dude, this is the Seth Rollins and the Sami Zayn I wanted to see for so long. Because my thing about Sami Zayn was when he's just too much of a freaking baby face. Like uh he's like too corny in my opinion. No, this was great. He had a really intense promo. He had he had fire coming at him for the first time in a really long time. I think Seth Rollins during this looked phenomenal because people give him shit about like being that like Joker kind of like corny like guy, but he was so serious in this. He was
Hmm.
great. CM Punk, it looked like a real fight because it looked real because like obviously we know these guys don't like each other, but it's like we don't see when we see wrestlers um like fight in the ring, it's like they use wrestling moves. These guys swore up and started throwing a fist at each other and actually fighting.
It was
Like
like
it
hockey fight.
like it felt so real in the moment. Like this is the shit that everybody's wanting to see. I am just praying nobody gets injured during
I know the
before WrestleMania.
storylines. I know, right?
This is the first time in a long time where um what's it called? That
The
these two
build
are
up.
healthy.
Oh, they're
That
healthy.
these two are
Yep.
healthy and these two can get in the ring. This is the first time they've gotten physical with each other. Um I mean, how can we not be excited for what's coming, guys? I don't have much to say. It's I think everybody knows by now that you can't top this shit
It's
unless it's
really
the
good.
bloodline storyline when you like the Rock Roman obviously, but like you can't top a promo battle with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. It's too authentic. It's so good, so good. And what happens later on? I mean, we're gonna see people get along that probably wouldn't get along, but they both hate CM Punk.
Hmm.
So yes, I am talking about Drew McIntyre. We'll talk about him later, but like it's gonna lead to some shit. Like I'm just really excited. There's so many ways this could play out.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements, and that's always fun. We're entering the Royal Rumble. It's always interesting when people show up. But I do think I wouldn't mind if we got a CM Punk versus Seth Rollins match. I've been waiting for that for almost a year now. Um, but what I do want to ask you, and this isn't, I guess this is related to Raw, but they were talking about how when they go to Netflix, it's only going to be rated TV PG. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like that they're going to keep it for all the families, or do you think they should make it TV 14 and keep the momentum going? Is it TV 14 now, or is it TV PG right now?
Sorry, somebody just sent me a weird ass Snapchat.
If you're trying to listen to what it is,
What did you
saying
say?
how they announced that like when they go to Netflix, it's going to be PG, um, not PG 14 or R or any of that. So what do you think?
Did they say PG or did they say it wasn't going to be rated R?
I think they said it's not. I think they didn't say it was gonna. I think he definitely
I don't
said
think there's an official rating for it
he
yet.
definitely said that it was gonna be family oriented and it's a stock and it's not gonna be. Um, I didn't see the whole clip, but it was like a one of the stupid little like
Let me try to do
topics.
some
Yeah.
research. It was reported that the message from Tuesday from WWE President slash Chief Revenue Officer Nick Khan and CEO fucking Paul Levesque, who told reporters WWE Monday Night Raw would maintain a quote unquote TV PG content rating for its new home. It could. Oh fuck, dude! I want it to be TV 14 so bad.
And he says, I don't know if they talk about it, but he says like it's gonna be family oriented. It's gonna
It
be
said it did say family friendly, yes.
like, and it's
It's a
just like
state.
how
He, he said it's a safe place for kids and families. I just think, yeah, because he talked about it. He said there's some online chatter about how it's going to be rated R. This is a quote from Nick Khan. He said there's some people online that talk about how we're going to be rated R and it's for the old folks. That's definitely not happening. He said it's a family-friendly, multi-generational, advertised-friendly programming. And it's going to stay that way. All
mm,
right, listen. I'm not going to get into depth with this. Could be a whole other topic. All I'm going to say is to Nick Khan and Triple H, please think about the guys who grew up on the Attitude Era, the guys who grew up during the Ruthless Aggression. I mean, WWE is hot. Again, people are noticing it. There's a lot of people my age, aunt age, um,
I like how you
that
say that, then it gets all quiet. Thanks.
that's like
Antsy.
that's like it's like we want to enjoy some of the stuff that we enjoyed back then. And I know times have changed. I know you have sponsors, Snickers, fucking Slim Jim, Cinnamon. Oh, you have all these sponsors that you
Cinnamon
eat.
Toast Crunch.
I understand it. You don't want to pull an AEW and go crazy with the bullshit. But I still think they're not going to get a. I still think that they're going to still do it. Like, look at Raw right now, right? Look at Rhea Ripley and or look at Dominik and Liv Morgan on like him on top of him in the middle of the ring. Look at Carlito saying the Chinese joke,
Hmm.
like which you soft ass IWC virgins are so annoying because I thought the joke was so funny, and Io and Kyrie didn't even care.
Hmm.
So stop being pussies. But like it just feels like it's getting there, and I hope that like Netflix people, including myself, expected Netflix to help. I'm worried, and that it's gonna because so many people are gonna have more access to it. I'm worried that they really might go PG again.
Oh, they're going to, because all they
Because
care about is money.
right now they're PG, but it's like,
It's
are
gonna go
they?
back to
Are
silly.
they?
They're
Are
gonna.
they fully?
I don't know. I mean, they're gonna go back to the free pebbles and like all of that. And this is something I was nervous about. But I mean, we might see 2015 and 2025 on Netflix. You know, the same
See, and
stupid.
that's what I'm worried about because AEW is going to fucking HBO Max, and I
Mm.
know everybody hate and starting in January too, and I know everybody quote unquote hates AEW, but I'm telling you right now, and if WWE, I don't think they will. I think they're gonna go a little bit ruthless aggression, but if they don't, AEW has a chance, man, with going there because they just gotta get that creative in because they're gonna have all the they're gonna be able to do the crazy cool shit. If the, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's why AEW got so popular because WWE
Yeah,
was so fun.
they did
Um,
something. They were an alternative to what was happening.
and I'm just scared like you see all these like we're getting off topic, but yeah, we'll talk about that
No,
another
you're
time.
fine. I was just looking. I just saw someone said that Mark Henry died, and I was like, wait, what? But he didn't. He's fine.
What?
He's safe and fine. He's fine. Um, okay, let's move on.
That's why I don't believe shit on the internet.
We have a
I
tag
don't know why
match
somebody would
here.
say some dumb shit.
I know they got a lot. I got nervous for a minute. We have Damage Control taking on Raquel Rodriguez and the World Women's Champion Liv Morgan. Surprising victory here for Raquel. She hits Kairi Sane with the Tijuana bomb, and Raquel and Liv get the victory after Raquel and Liv attack both Damage Control members until Rhea Ripley runs down and attacks Raquel. Rhea slams Raquel onto the announce table, but then Liv attacks and tosses Rhea Ripley eye first into the edge of the desk, the like announce desk table corner. They're basically saying that Rhea Ripley has fucked up her eye again. What were your thoughts on this? We know that Liv Morgan will take on Io Sky at Saturday night's main event, but Rhea Ripley is still going out there and still, now she fucked up her eye again by Liv Morgan. It's a shame.
Liv Morgan, she's only interesting when Rhea's with her.
Yeah, I agree. I really don't think, people were talking shit about Nia Jax, and I don't know who it was, but they said that it was John the Coachman that won Nia Jax. That Nia Jax hasn't really done anything with the title. And I felt the same thing with Liv. Like her only storyline has been Rhea Ripley since she's held the belt, and like that was in August, and now we're in December. It's like none of them. I feel like no one has really transported a title belt as much as Roman Reigns has. And since then, it's just been everyone's been stagnant. But I feel like Io Sky versus Liv will be a decent match at Saturday night's main event, but we already know that Io is not going to win. Liv's going to keep it and head into WrestleMania with it. But
This
as
is
we
why.
get
This is
what?
why. Sorry to interrupt you, but this is
No, you're
why I have a problem with them adding women's mid-card titles. Keep going.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. It's just going to be forgotten about, like the women's tag titles. Like every time they're the champion, someone gets hurt. It doesn't make any sense. Just drop the belts. Uh, we then see World Champion Gunther talking to Finn Balor and Dominik Mysterio. And Gunther tells Finn that he doesn't deserve a title shot, but Dominik Mysterio deserves a match against him since Dominik has been the only Judgment Day member to pin Damian Priest. So,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
yep. So we have that match made for later. Next, we have the first round triple threat match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler versus Katana Chance. Decent triple threat match. Dakota hits Shayna with a scorpion kick, but Shayna applies a Karafuda clutch, but then Dakota lays out Katana Chance with a double laid kick, and Dakota Kai advances into the Women's Intercontinental Tournament. I think Dakota Kai was the right one. I think that Shayna Baszler deserved it too. Shayna Baszler went from being like indestructible in NXT to like nothing. But maybe she'll get a shot again. Did you think the right woman won this match?
I didn't care for this match really. I mean, come on, dude. Are we really fucking?
I like Dakota Kai.
I know you like Shayna and shit, but it's like I just don't. I don't care about these women's mid-card matches unless Chelsea Green is in it.
Well, she's on SmackDown. She's going to be in the US, so we'll
Yeah,
see what
she's
happens
gonna
with
win it
her.
all.
We then get our New Day 10-year celebration, and there's a bunch of New Day memorabilia out. We get the Bootios cereal. We see like the trumpet. We see all their different like the unicorn hats. And Xavier Woods says 10 years is crazy. They both thank the fans for everything.
This
Xavier,
was stupid.
yeah, Woods says we wanted to let you know what we are about to tell you. This is not your fault. We love you all. Kofi says, we've talked when it comes to New Day going forward. And before he continued, Big E comes out. Um, Big E says, I wish I was here under different circumstances. To see you two argue and say hurtful things, that troubled my soul. When we started this, we were all we had. Kofi, you almost retired. Woods, you and I were both almost fired. Um, you two were at my hospital bed, making sure I was good when I broke my neck. Until I am medically cleared, I am going to have every week to root for you, and I'm going to be your manager going forward. Xavier Woods then says, now, after you watch us argue for months, E, you left us. Big E says, I broke my neck. And then Kofi says, you left us, E. You broke your neck. So what? Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, and Edge all broke their necks, and they came back. Wood says, you had two family members waiting for you. We didn't change for you. We kept going so that when you came back, we'd still be here. Kofi says, as strong as you are, you couldn't be here a long time ago. Wood says, when I got hurt, I was back 9 months later. I said, I was back. I came back for you and for Kofi. Kofi says, you chose your new girlfriend over us, your new desk job over us. Wood says, you've become a burden. E doesn't miss us. Kofi says, it was we before me. You chose yourself over us. Wood says, you are never going to be medically clear to compete. Why don't you get the hell out of this ring and back to the desk where you belong? Big E goes to hug them. They turn him down. Big E leaves, and then Woods says, now it's just you and me. And Kofi and Xavier Woods are now officially heels. What did you think of this breakup of the New Day? 10 years in the making.
I What a weird way to break up. especially because Big E can't wrestle. But first off, it was good seeing him.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because Xavier and Kofi were literally just going at each other's neck. Why would they go at each other's necks for so fucking long?
Hmm.
Just for them to agree with talking shit about Big E?
Yeah.
They so we're not getting a Kofi versus Xavier anytime soon, right? We're not getting that. They swerved. I think they swerved the hell out of us.
Hmm.
This doesn't, unless Big E, which Edge, Paige, Daniel Bryan. There's so many examples of people who've broken their necks, have had to have career injuries, and those all three of those people I just named are still wrestling to this day.
Hmm.
Um, so I hope he can do what he can to get in the ring, but no disrespect. But if he's out for the, if his career in the ring is done, this was
Stupid, right?
this was stupid, but like when they do turn, when they if or when they finally decide to have like Xavier Woods and Cody, or Xavier Woods and Kofi actually like have their match and like feud, it's gonna be too late. I mean, they could have. This was perfect because Big E was right there. Like, this was perfect. Or they should have let it happen for a little bit. Actually, let Big E be their manager, so he could like make them make up. But it just didn't work. Like, they could have done that. Have Big E be the
Hmm.
special guest referee in their match. Something. But no, they wanted to swerve the shit on us, bro.
And they did a good job. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but
I
um,
mean, they
it
did
could
a
have
good
been
job of doing what they
better.
were supposed to do, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean it was good.
Yeah.
My
Like
opinion.
I think though that like for me, because I'm used to seeing the same old bullshit breakups, I was like, okay, like I'm okay with this a little bit. I'm not okay with the fact that they were just fighting and now they're on the same page because they are hating on Big E. But
Well,
um,
that's going to be the same thing for Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. They're going to be on the same
mhm.
page just because they both hate CM Punk.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
know we haven't talked about Drew yet, but
we'll get
it's coming
there.
up.
He's coming up. Next, we see Dominik Mysterio take on World Champion Gunther. Dominic has control for the majority of the match. He hits him with a low blow, two 619s, or frog splash. Gunther kicks out. Gunther hits a big boot and a power bomb. Gunther defeats Dominic. After Finn Balor comes out and attacks Gunther, he hits Gunther with two coup de grace, and we know at Saturday night's main event, Gunther will defend the title against Finn Balor. What are your thoughts?
Um, Gunther's going to defend his title against Finn Balor.
At Saturday night's main event.
Oh my god. Um,
That will be a good match.
I kind of turned Raw off a little bit because I was watching the game.
Yep.
But wow, I mean, if if Finn Balor didn't beat Seth Rollins, he ain't fucking beat Gunther.
No. And we're obviously going to see Damian Priest get involved. You can't not have Priest after he got
Damian Priest
yeah.
better get involved, or I'm gonna be pissed.
He definitely will. There's no way he's not. But that's an
He needs to get
exciting
his
match.
fucking
Something
revenge.
different. Um, Next, we see Jey Uso is attacked backstage. We don't know who did it. He's just seen passed out. Sammy's pissed. We then move on to Pete Dunne taking on R-Truth. Pete gets distracted by the fans chanting Butch at him, which allows R-Truth to roll him up, and R-Truth defeats Pete Dunne. Stupid stuff. I don't really. R-Truth is kind of funny, but there's just like no place for him anymore, and it's just kind of he's just there. We see Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker confront Ludwig Kaiser backstage, and he basically says that Ludwig will never hold this title belt, and it looks like they're going to fight in the coming weeks on Raw. And we made it to our main event: Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins. We see Sami land a blue thunder bomb. Sami tosses Seth Rollins to the ring post. He gets a chair and he goes to hit Seth with it. Seth tells him, I didn't attack Jey Uso. That was not me. I wouldn't do that. And then Seth rolls up Sami Zayn for the 3 count. Seth gets the win. Immediately after the match, Drew McIntyre returns and lays out Sami Zayn with a Claymore. And Raw goes off the air with Drew McIntyre looking over Sami Zayn. What are your thoughts on Drew McIntyre returning? You said it looks like Drew might team up with Seth over their common enemy, CM Punk. What do you think?
I mean, I think he should. I think that is. I think that's my. You heard it here, right? This might be the obvious one. I think that's the reason why Drew McIntyre did that. Is because Sami teamed up with Punk. The same reason why Sami had a problem with, or Seth had a problem with Sami. Um, Going back a little bit to that promo before, because it has ties to do with this. Like, it it's gonna be a situation where Punk or Drew and Seth both want to get their hands on Punk. This is just a prediction. It's gonna be a situation where they both want to get their hands on Punk. It's one or two things. Either what I said earlier, which I think they're gonna come together at something, or they're gonna go at each other's necks because they both want to fight CM Punk. CM Punk's probably not going to want to fight either of them. That's just going to cause some chaos. I don't know why Drew's back so early. I don't know why he attacked Sami Zayn. Again, prediction, probably because he teamed with Punk. The only reason why I may be wrong in the second one is because he didn't go after Seth Rollins. He went after Sami Zayn. I know I'm saying a bunch of bullshit, but it's really just like, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
Because
this is.
now if Drew McIntyre is back in the picture, are we finally going to get this triple threat? Or are we just going to get? Are we going to get the triple threat first and then get Seth and Punk? Like, what are we getting? What's
And
going
that's
to happen?
exciting not to know. We usually know
Who's
what's
going
going
to?
on.
Yeah, I know. I want to like, dude. They when it comes to the CM Punk shit, they do a good job. Like, gay ass fightful, all these stupid ass wrestling journalists. We're not wrestling journalists. We're dudes that
Yeah.
review it.
hmm
Review it. We don't report bullshit.
hmm
You'll never see me or anything uncensored report. It's we talk about it. So when these people talk about it, talk online and say, "Oh, this is what's going to happen," and it don't happen, they get it's like, okay, like, you disappointed me. But when it does happen, it's just like, okay, bro, like, you spoiled it. I knew what was gonna happen. So like, I try my absolute best now, but it's like it's so hard, obviously, because like I gotta keep upload. I gotta post some stuff. Like I gotta when like episodes. Like I try to post the episodes here, so like promote the episodes. And
hmm
um, so it's like really hard to stay away from it, but doing a good job. Doing a good job. So yeah, I don't know what's
Yeah,
gonna happen. Really good.
I'm excited, and I like how Raw started one way and ended differently. They didn't have surprise after surprise. It was like, okay, it started out with Punk and it ended with McIntyre, and these two are going to come head to head eventually, with the extra element of Seth Rollins. So, like you, I'm excited, and we've pretty much covered all of Raw. We're going to cover SmackDown. Excuse me. We have NXT Deadline this weekend, which I'm going to be covering as well. The next AEW pay-per-view I will cover too. And we're on the road to Saturday night's main event and Royal Rumble. So until then, make sure you check us out on YouTube, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. We have 717 subscribers. Keep it going, people.
Wait,
We
how much did you say?
717.
That's my area code.
717. Respect.
717.
717.
It's all right. I can say that because who the fuck? No one in the world except you knows the other numbers. So
717. So yeah, that representing that area. So
seven one
keep
seven's like Harrisburg, Hershey,
all the cool
other
parts of
cities. Other
Pennsylvania.
cities. Other cities are not. The only cities you are probably familiar with are Harrisburg and Hershey. So I'm not even going to say the other ones.
Also, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcasts. We're continuing to grow, keep the uncensored pro wrestling podcast nation growing,
Yo,
people.
we're gonna have a great 2025, man.
I think so.
We got 45 seconds left, so I'm not gonna yap. But all I'm gonna say is, like, we're already at 200,000 total views. We're gonna have a good 2025,
It's
guys.
going to
We
be a good year, I'm hoping. So, with that hope and positivity in mind, until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.